Sarah Christine Lalonde is a natural-born medium and has had the ability to connect with the other side since she was a child. Her book, True Form, is a fantasy psychic novel based on the Egyptian goddess Bastet. Bastet must use her psychic energies to discover the child foretold, to free her from the curse that has made her mortal. A must-read for those who love shapeshifters, animals, and psychic abilities. Please welcome Sarah Lalonde.
Hello. I will be reading from chapter 1. The sign said, "Psychic wanted." Perfect, I thought, and looked in the shop's window at my own reflection. My hair was dark brown that fell in gentle waves down my breast. My blue contacts hid my eyes, and little black kitten earrings hung from each ear. It had been 10 years since I took human form, but I was pretty sure I looked the part. I wore a black slimming top and blue jeans, and black running shoes to match. I knew I wasn't in style, but this suited me just fine. I opened the door to hear chimes ring throughout the tiny shop, and I couldn't help but watch them intently. It danced like drops of sun as the light shone on them. "Welcome," said a somewhat raspy but still soft female voice in front of me. I turned quickly to face her. She wore a long red dress that touched the floor, almost hiding her white sandals. Her lipstick was as red to match her dress, and her whitish gray and brown hair was tied up into a bun. "Can I help you find anything?" she continued. Her hand reached out to touch my shoulder, and I flinched slightly. I didn't like being touched by strangers. She didn't seem to notice my aversion. Her hands were wrinkled like small rivers in her skin. I could imagine her blue veins as water flowing through each crevice. 3 tiny golden rings wrapped tightly around one of her fingers, and I could tell she had not taken them off in years. Slowly, the odor of cigarettes floated from her outreached hand and nestled into my nose where it did not belong. She watched me, waiting for an answer until the silence was too much. "Over to your left, we have the books. Anything on paranormal can be found there. To your right, there are tables to get your tea leaves or tarot cards read. And further down, there are a few trinkets for sale, crystals and such. Let me know if you need any help." She finished and took her hand away, a little confused at my silence. I had a habit of observing in silence. Humans found it uncomfortable, but I rather enjoyed it. "Sorry," I apologized and gathered my words. "I'm here about the job." "Job?" The old lady looked puzzled. "Psychic wanted?" I pointed towards the door to remind her. "Oh," she paused. "Dear, this work is very important. An art I've been honing for, many, many years now. You couldn't be more than," she thought for a moment, looking me up and down. 18? She questioned. Could that be my age here? I had forgotten. "Yes, I guess." I felt frustrated she would judge my ability based on age. "It's a natural gift. Just give me a moment of your time and I'll show you its wisdom." I held in my catty remarks. I wanted this job, and a bad temper would get me nowhere. "All right," she caved and brought me to one of the tables. "Show me." I sat down on the wooden seat in front of her and caught her eyes in mine. An invisible ray of light escaped through my contacts, piercing straight through the shopkeeper's eyes and into her soul. Images danced around in my mind. Pain drenched my heart and evil hid amongst it all. "Do you need anything, dear?" I could feel her confusion as I tried to let go of the trance. As any psychic would, she expected me to want a tarot deck, or to read her tea. This wasn't really my style. Within the trance, I could feel the pain of her past, like shards of glass buried beneath the skin, and pain stayed in her. That's part of chapter 1, and I thank you for listening.
Thank you, Sarah.